Boys, I think it's about time that we continued the show. Hello, what's going on? Oh, we're back and it's raining outside.
It's awful.
Oh, it's raining, but we needed some air because it gets fucking hot in here, babe. I tell you, it gets seriously warm. Absolutely roasting hot. Whew. Ah, that's cool. So, Ghost, you're back.
Not yet, mate.
Not on camera, though.
No, mate. Getting myself ready, putting my dick away.
Putting your dick away. Well, it's honest. The fact I could get you off in 5 minutes is legit.
Speed.
Guys know what to do with other guys, but you've been away for 3 weeks?
Too long.
Too long. Where were you? And what were you doing?
I was at Download Festival.
Nobody there, I imagine, was at Download Festival. But who else was at Download Festival?
We're talking bands.
Did you meet any ballers? Because I know a couple were going.
No, I know a few of them went there just for the day, but because my phone was literally off, because like a dick, I upgraded my WoW app on the iPhone to the Auction House and Guild Chat.
It's so weird to see you talking in Guild Chat when you're not at the PC.
I know. But like, when we actually got there, I'll get to how bad the fucking weather was, but when we got there in the tent on Thursday evening, I just basically sat in the tent speaking to people in Guild, and then phone just went, ew. Oh.
But didn't you spend like 45 minutes getting from car to camping area?
Don't be
and
silly.
you had to like man it up and carry the whole thing.
45 minutes. 2 fucking hours.
You got trolled. That's
Right.
trolling.
Okay, so anyway, long story short, don't ever go to a festival with 2 women. Straight off
So
the
it
bat.
was 2 women and you.
Yes.
Which sounds awesome, but wasn't.
No. We'll get the gig was good. Don't get me wrong. We're just gonna get to the travesties, and some of you are gonna say like, Ghost, man the fuck up, stop being a bitch. But the fact of the matter is, I wasn't
Stop
having a
being
good time.
such a bitch.
I was not having a good time when I got there. Just picture it like this: the things that I needed to camp, I had on my front and back. Nothing in my hands. I had a bag on the front with my clothes, bag on the back with necessities, which also strapped my tent, well, mine and Suzanne's tent, and sleeping bag.
So you did a textbook man pack.
Exactly.
Men know
was
how to
geared
pack, don't
to
we?
the
Women
T.
can't pack for shit.
Now, Suzanne, which is Mrs. Ghost, and her friend Charlie,
Who's also a girl.
who's a female. They wanted.
That was an angry face.
They wanted to go glamping,
What the fuck is glamping?
glamour camping.
What, like page 3? Tits out?
No, like instead of just camping equipment, there is a bag of, let's say, makeup with wireless hair straighteners and stuff like that.
Who the fuck would
There
do that
is
for a camping
wicker-
trip?
Oh, I'm not done yet. There is, instead of disposable barbecues, which weigh the same amount as a piece of paper, there was a reusable barbecue in a box.
Was it made of cast iron?
It was made of fucking moon rocks.
It was made of like pure cobalt ore.
There was a wicker case which had one of those generic camping equipment of plates that were strapped down, and anyway,
That's
so
picnic equipment.
it was just windy when we went, so I didn't take wellies, which I admit was a dick move on my part. But it wasn't raining, it was windy. When we got there, it started to spit. So, I only had my dirty Adidas shell toes on, which I didn't care to dirty up anyway. And
I did not care to
I did
dirty
not
up.
care.
I did not care to dirty
One just simply doesn't care.
up. One does not simply wreck his shoes.
Exactly. But anyway, we got there, and I had my equipment on front and back, and then I had 2 pull-along trolleys, like, them like stand-up back trolleys just with 2 wheels that you lean over. One of them with all of Suzanne's equipment on. Don't get me wrong, Suzanne was like a fucking baller. She was geared to the teeth like me. But there was this additional stuff.
As a baller's wife should be.
Exactly. Well prepped. The other one had like Charlie's additional stuff, but then like the barbecue, the wicker case, and all this crap. So I had all my gear pulling 2 trolleys, which along the roads from the car park to the entrance to the village, which is where you basically get your wristbands, was fine. Bit cobbling, but fine. However, it was like a turnstile of people. You get through there, just immediately into at least 7 inches of sloppy mud. Okay. Now,
That's awesome.
pulling along these trolleys with this equipment and putting my foot back in my shoe every step for the next 90 minutes was the worst fucking experience of my life. It was pissing down with rain. There was the mud. I mean, I stopped on the way there in the camping shop that was in the village to buy myself some wellies. They fleeced me for 20 quid, you bastards. If I was a lesser man, I would have burnt it to the ground.
That was a lesser man. And then I would have tweeted a picture
So,
of it.
like, I basically,
I would have
as
tweeted the
soon
shit
as I
out
got
of
the
it.
wellies, I basically just canned my trainers. Last I saw of them, fuck them. Put my wellies on, best thing I ever bought in my entire existence.
So the 20 quid
buying
well
things.
spent, though.
Exactly. So anyway, 90 minutes later, trudging through this stuff, we got to the area where we can set up camp. So putting the tent up. The grass where we were camping wasn't, it was just wet grass basically, because it wasn't well trodden on. So we, pissing down rain still, we managed to get the tent up, get the airbeds and sleeping bag in. I got changed and immediately felt 10 times better. As soon as I was in that environment, I was out of the rain, I was in fresh clothes.
But before that, you bet you were prepared to come home.
Yeah, I told you, didn't I?
Yeah, you texted me and you were like, this is shit. This is
yeah.
well shit.
I got about halfway through it, and a big thank you to Charlie. She actually paid for our tickets. She sold one of her houses and paid for our tickets. But it came
Not
to the
for
point...
that, though. She didn't sell her house to pay for the tickets.
No.
Okay.
But it got to the point about halfway through where I just because the terrain's obviously uneven, and every time the trolleys wanted to tip, all our shit would have gone in the dirt, so I had to stop for them as well, nearly breaking my wrists trying to rectify that. But I just stopped the trolleys and I reached in my pocket to grab my phone, and I shit you not, all I was going to do is pull it out and beg my dad to come and pick me up. I literally mean
I'm just abandoning ship here. I'm just dropping my shit and I
just
am out of it.
The only reason why I'm carrying on right now is because Metallica's Suzanne's favourite band. She's obviously my lady. I couldn't just fucking bail like that. Obviously, I'd expect to take her with me, and Charlie.
Like a sir.
Yeah.
A sir does not abandon his lady.
Anyway, totally out of the way. And over the weekend, the weather gradually progressed. Friday was still shit. I was still geared to the teeth in my fucking combat camping shit. I'm just only talking about weather now. I'm not skipping bands. Saturday was just windy, and Sunday. Woke up Sunday morning in the tent, and like we'd go to bed with fucking tracksuit bottoms on, socks, and I had a t-shirt and a jumper on the first 2 nights. And I woke up and I thought, I'm going to die. I'm that hot.
Really?
Yeah. So I opened the tent, not a cloud in the sky, 20-degree sun.
Awesome thoughts.
Yeah, at 9 in the morning. So I was actually sat there in the sun, like, really? So we enjoyed it. But the bands themselves,
You win this round, weather.
yeah, exactly.
You win this round. You've wrecked all your gear. All your gear.
All my stuff's broken, fucking covered in shit.
Well, what bands did you see?
Okay, so I tried making vlogs, but obviously I fucked my phone up and refused to pay £15 to charge my phone up.
Is that what they were charging to charge your phone?
Everywhere else, there was one place that would put it on charge for an hour for £5. Exactly.
Got you by the balls, don't
Exactly. So basically, I paid for a charge on Saturday before Metallica, and just filmed bits of bands, turn my phone off. And got the videos like that. So let's start with Friday. We saw a couple of bands on Friday. Do you know what? I'm going to mix the order up now, so it doesn't matter anyway. I just remember the headlines for me. Friday we saw Trivium. I'm not a Trivium fan. Suzanne is. They were a good band. But the main thing for me was Slash with Miles Kennedy, who's the lead singer of Alter Bridge. Slash obviously fucking delivers. I like Alter Bridge, so I like Miles Kennedy, and they were amazing.
So them two were just doing a duo with it?
It was basically Miles Kennedy doing his vocals to Slash's songs. Because Slash done an album with a load of guest vocals, and it was Miles Kennedy who was doing them. I tell a lie. Before them, we saw Chasing Status. They were really fucking good. They really
I like a bit of Chasing Status.
Yeah. And basically, the times were Slash would finish on the second stage and Prodigy would be on the main stage. Now I was up for seeing the Prodigy.
Yeah.
But we could see the main stage from where we stood at the second stage. Time for Prodigy to come on, they still weren't there. So we thought, okay, we'll wait a bit. Half an hour gone, still not there. 45 minutes gone, still not there.
Fuck that, man. That's so
I can't
rude.
stand it. It's so fucking
rude.
Exactly. So then
you're there to see the band.
Exactly.
Fuck that.
When they eventually did come on, we fucked it off. We just stayed watching Slash and Miles Kennedy, who were fucking amazing. So we went back after the first night. Didn't even catch any of the Prodigy. We were just generally in the mood that, you're at a festival here. It's shit weather. People come to see you, and you dick.
Yeah, we're putting up with this fucking weather to watch you. And you can't even be asked to get the fuck on the stage.
That's what I mean. That's testament to people like Machine Head, Killswitch Engage, even Metallica. A lot of people showed up, like maybe let's say tops 10 minutes late. But immediately after their opening song, they said, thank you so fucking much for coming out in this shit weather to see us and stuff. They were so grateful. But the Saturday, went seeing Killswitch. I was a bit edgy because I wanted to see what Jesse would be like for for me, Howard Jones is still better than Jesse in terms of harmonies. Like the screams and stuff like that, I do like Jesse more. But Jesse was really good. He fucking delivered. Adam D was still a cock, which he always is. But the actual group itself were amazing. I tell you, okay, I'll go through the days and then I'll say like best and worst. We saw Machine Head as well on the Saturday. Machine Head, I listened to the songs that they released, but I don't religiously follow them.
So you didn't know this? Was it a Play Something We Know thing? So you would have known Davidian.
Well, the thing is, yeah, like
Imperium.
Exactly. But the thing is, with Machine Head,
do you guys like metal music? Do you guys know any of the bands we're talking about? That would be interesting to know.
They basically, but their set list, I think it was the only band that I can think of that played majority songs that I don't know, but I'm thinking I need to have this song.
Oh, like we actually felt that about Godsmack. Do you remember when we went to see
Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit when we were younger. You were wearing your Durst.
Back in the days when I started, Ghost.
And we saw Godsmack, and we'd never heard of them before. And that song was so fucking catchy, wasn't it? It was so bizarrely catchy.
But yeah, I had that with Machine Head and stuff like that, and I love them. And
the guys fucking know it, yeah. Cool.
Totally.
Cool.
And then Metallica was like the headliner. The thing is as well, it's just little things that stick in my head is you could probably pick someone out of each band who's like not so much the front man, but the charisma of the band. Now for me,
like James Hetfield.
The thing, what I was going to say is James Hetfield doesn't ooze swagger, but he's a fucking dominating frontman.
Because he's a beast. He's really big, isn't he? He's like such a big frontman.
But the thing, that's what I mean though. He just
Howard Jones was good like that as well because he was massive, wasn't he?
But like he doesn't have to show off and stuff like that. It's just I deliver and I'm respected because of it. Here's the fucking music. And people love it. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't boring as shit. Like he got the crowd going. Like a couple of fucking games, and they were really good.
I think it's because their music's so good and so historic that people don't want to see that shit. They just want fucking Metallica to come on stage and just raw. And just fucking let it go, and that'll do. They'd rather fit in, if you know what I mean, they'd rather fit in an extra song than spend maybe 5 minutes fucking chatting. Like System of a Down. I love System of a Down. Well, maybe not the last two albums, but the first two major albums, Toxicity and... I think it's called System of a Down. The first album is called System of a Down.
Yeah, it is.
Those two albums, I loved those albums, but they got really political. Like, they had Steal This album, which was well political, and War, and when they did their concerts, they had all sorts of... I mean, I don't know if you guys got this. You've gone to a concert to see a fucking awesome band like System of a Down, and halfway through they have some big political or charity appeal, and they play one of those videos of like starving people in Africa, and please donate some fucking money to us and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, dude, man.
Just on the same topic, when I had seen the Foo Fighters about 2 years ago at the Trafford Cricket Ground. One of the support acts, it was an all-day event, one of the support acts was Angels and Airwaves. Is he called Tom DeLonge?
Oh, right. Oh, do you mean Blink?
Well, no,
the guy's from Blink. Yeah, it's his side project.
It was his band. And it's just basically, he stopped after, every song saying, fuck the war, man, we need to bring our guys home, man, all this shit. It's like, okay, you made your appeal after one song. That's fair enough, but after every song, and people just walked away from it, it was just like, you fucking drawn it too far. Now, we understand your compassion in this, but don't force it on others.
Yeah, don't force it. It's like religious people who really force it. I have no problem with religious people, but don't force that shit down my throat, man. But just a sidetrack before we get back to downloading the bands, is this week we took Ben to puppy class. Now, as big and as, sort of mannish as I am, puppy class was like the cutest thing in the world. Like, it melted my nuts into my mouth. I was like... I was like that, but Ben hadn't had his injections, so he wasn't allowed on the floor. So we were like, this woman said, yeah, come along to puppy class, or they call it a puppy party, which again is like legit awesome, and hold him on your knee and just see what it's about, and you can watch it and stuff. And I was like, puppy party, like being all like, oh, that sounds really like lame, but in the back I'm going it's gonna be so fucking cool. So we took Ben along to it. And the woman was a total armpit non-shaver. Swear to God, mega hippie. And she was of the opinion that, like, dogs are so much more important than people that you must understand that, right? And I'm not an arsehole, but if it came down to me and my dog, the dog's getting fucking fried, man. You know what I mean? But for the first, it's an hour-long fucking class in this puppy party. It's only an hour. The first 15 minutes, she walked around giving leaflets in her sandals and her hairy-ass armpits and her fucking unshaven mustache, telling us about some company that sells dogs and they've got some quite bad business practices. And Like, fair enough, I get it, right? Give me the fucking leaflet. Get on with why I've paid you to be here. And then some guy was like, I got my dog from there. That was it. The next 20 minutes, she's on a one-on-one rant with this guy. And it descended into the point where she had to go, I'm not having a go at you. Right? And this guy was just like, I just want to leave. This is ridiculous. Like, I've just spent, I think he spent £600 on this Samoyed dog.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful little dog. And she's going, yeah, but they don't tell you where the dog came from. He's like, well, I've got the certificates. They don't show you the parents. No, I met the parents. And everything that she said, he just shot it down instantly. It's like, oh, well, they're not legit dogs. And she's like, well, I've got all the paperwork. It's signed off by the Kennel Club or some shit. There's like a, governing body of dogs, apparently. Our dog, Ben, came from like a room full of shit where dogs were dying left and right, and I was like, well, he's a rescue dog. She was fine with that. She was fine with me getting a dog from a woman who had abused the puppies to the point where they were dropping dead in her room, but she was not fine with this perfectly legit fucking dog, which had come from a place with all certification and stuff like that. She spent 15 minutes going backwards and forwards with this guy. And me and Emma were looking at each other like, what a dick. And then halfway through, when she said, I'm not having a go at you, I have no problem with you, I just went, like that, because you knew the guy was going to go, oh yeah, I'll be back next week, for sure. Wanker. And just fucking was like, I'm out of here. You're a crazy fucking hippie bitch.
Don't even want tits, get the fuck out.
The sad fact is, we spoke about this, and, I don't want to go weird on this subject, but a dog is a dog, right?